Didn't sleep ultra well last night because of my finger. But we're alive and we're well and we're here. And we're looking at the market and we're excited. Uh-oh. I think I lost Brian. What the heck, Brian? I lost you. Come back. Hmm. Well, anyways, yeah, so taking a look at the market, guys. For all of you that are out there, there he is. Lost him there for a second. That was crazy. He's coming back. And 3, 2, 1. What the heck?
Hey, sorry about that, Crypto Cody. Things are
Yeah,
a
like I go
little.
live and you leave.
I know what happened with that. I went to go ahead and hit a button on my laptop, and I hit the wrong one. And the next thing I know, you just disappeared. Uh-oh, I'm not
Yeah,
live anymore.
it's all good.
Well, that's
All right,
good.
dude. So we are live.
Yes, we
Um,
are. Good
let's
morning,
take a okay.
everybody.
So, dude, let's just dive right into it because I'm actually like, this is something I want to talk about. I want to talk about why in the world is the crypto market all of a sudden, as of yesterday, just like obviously a bull market. Like we've been talking about it being a bull market, gradually, but yesterday was like evident.
Evident
Like we're
for us,
talking.
especially because we did that live purchase of a crypto where we
Yeah,
both
seriously,
bought, and we never do that, or I never do that.
dude.
And next thing you
Yeah.
know, it's up 50%.
No, literally, I think we bought it at the absolute perfect time. I mean, I think it couldn't have been like
I know.
I think we missed out on maybe five, $5 or $10, like, which is totally relative as the price continues to go up, obviously. But like the point here is that we
Um,
bought in at the absolute perfect time for a market buy. But
the
that thing looked
market.
really bullish. If you go back and look at that, I was actually looking at the charts again with that, and I was like, oh my word, yeah, that was ready to take off.
Yeah.
It really
So
was.
it was. And a lot of them are starting to take off. I mean, my portfolio overall, I mean, I'm looking at it right now, and it's grown, and it's in the last 30 days. Um, my portfolio is probably up like 70%.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You know,
Yeah, what
I'm
we were
I'm like,
talking,
and
what
I'm
Brian and I
just
were talking about though was TIA, which is currently now, I believe, only what is it now? Let me refresh
I'll,
this.
I'll look it up real quick.
Holy crap, $3.43.
Really?
We bought in at $2. We 1x'd.
No, not yet. We bought $2.40 something cents, I thought,
Yeah,
what our buy was.
40. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was 40. Well, we had it at 42 and then it went to 48. We've exactly 1x'd.
No.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, 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 no.
No.
What am I saying?
We're probably
50%. 50%.
50%.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm still
roughly.
waking up, dude. I'm still waking up. Yeah, we 50 1x. Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
We got
right now, I mean, because it did go down a little bit. I saw it as high as like 380 something or whatever.
it's
But
like
according
42%.
to, we bought it at 249. So my tracker is telling me that I have roughly almost 40% profit right now.
Yeah, that's brilliant. I love that.
Right.
It's so nice. So, yeah, but what do you think? I mean, like why all of a sudden, because this is not just this coin, it's
I
like
don't
all the
think it's,
coins.
I
I
don't
had a
think it's,
massive increase in my portfolio. I was like, what the frig is going on? Like it's just
well,
like yesterday. Boom. Yesterday was like the day. I don't know. I could be wrong about this, but I
but every day to me has been building up to
every day
yesterday.
it's been building up, but
You know,
yesterday was like a massive jump.
we've had 4 straight weeks of green wicks on the Bitcoin chart on the
Yeah.
weekly. 4 weeks has
Yeah.
been in the green.
Yeah.
So I think institutional money is driving it. Everybody's getting ready for the institutional financial institutions to get into the market,
Yeah.
like on a big scale, where all their people that they have their money, they're managing their money, are going to have the ability to have access to crypto with these
Yeah.
ETFs. I mean, BlackRock is already they're all buying Bitcoin right now for their seed. That it's a requirement they have to do. They have to have so much Bitcoin on hand before the ETF launches. Right. So that's what they're doing right now. And I think that's a big part of what's driving Bitcoin up.
Yeah.
There's a lot of volume that people are buying it. And now when BlackRock announced that they're going to go ahead and they filed for a Ethereum ETF.
Yeah.
That's huge for the altcoin markets. Because just think about it. How many coins actually use Ethereum? Thousands
A
of them,
lot. A lot.
right?
Yeah. I
They
mean, there's
build on the
so
Ethereum.
many places. Yeah.
So
It's ridiculous.
it's not only going to drive Ethereum's price up, but now the altcoins that are on Ethereum as well.
Yeah.
It's going to bring the whole market up. And I think that's what we're seeing, the beginnings of that, the beginnings of billions of dollars going in, not like the little guys, we're all, buying crypto at very small amounts. We're talking, they're going to be buying it in chunks of billions and billions of dollars worth of crypto.
Yeah.
What do they say? It's like $17.7 trillion that currently is waiting for approval for their spot Bitcoin ETF to have access to crypto.
It's
That's
crazy.
huge. I mean,
Yeah.
10% of that, if it went into the crypto, that's 1.7 trillion just from that.
Yeah.
Right. That's not including probably the other big players that are buying a lot more. MicroStrategies, they're constantly buying. Everybody's buying Bitcoin. So maybe people, it's the institutions, it's the big money. We're in that cycle where now, big money is like, okay, we need to control this sector. We have to. It's
Yeah.
financial. We already have control of the financial sector. We're not going to let it go. So that's what they're doing. And,
Yeah.
I think a lot of this is driven by, to me, it's driven by, the large businesses getting involved right now. It's pushing the market up. I don't know. I wonder if we could do a search of like how many new Bitcoin wallets are there?
Yeah. They
I
have.
think
Yeah. I haven't looked
there's a
into it
search of that,
specifically, but there are. Yeah. There are ones that
see
are
if
out there.
that number is like going way up. To me, if it's going way up, it might be a lot of smaller, just, individual people getting involved too. But I don't know how
Right.
institutional institutions do it. I don't know. Do they have just one wallet for all their Bitcoin, or they must have multiple wallets? I would think,
Yeah.
right? So who knows? But I'm enjoying the ride.
Dude, I'm
That's
enjoying the ride. Seriously. It's
uh,
like,
I'm
and the
just
thing
trying to
is the
think
ride is
back.
starting early. It's, in my opinion, hold on one second. Hey, baby,
Yep.
what's up? Yeah, my daughter needs a second. Hey,
Yeah.
tell you what, I'm gonna go take care of my daughter. Why don't you
All right.
why don't you take a look at the charts for the market cap and whatnot?
Definitely. All
All
right.
right.
All right. I'll see you when you're back.
Yeah, thanks,
So
man.
anyway, here's the Bitcoin chart, and it's just looking really good here on that end. So here we are. It's here we go. 4 weeks in a row, just a green in the last 4 weeks. That increase, is just about 40% that it's gone up in 4 weeks. That's, what growth there. And that just is driving the whole market. As they say, Bitcoin's going to lead the charge. And then when it has to take a breath, catch its breath, the altcoins catch up, but the first one that's going to go is Ethereum, and then your other large caps, and then mid cap cryptos, and then small caps, and then the micro caps. It's kind of like the order of these upward movements. So I'm really liking the Bitcoin chart right now. If we go to the total market chart, look at that real quick. That's looking well. All the charts are looking the same right now, which is nice. The market's like all moving in unison with each other. So we'll look at Ethereum. because Ethereum could be have a big move. And you see, it's all looking the same. So I really think that's what's driving this is the institutional money getting in. And, I was also looking up, see what else could be driving it. And every time I do that, it leads to institutions. It's like the DeFi sector of the crypto right now is what's driving it. Like we've talked about WCFG and CFG. That's a huge player in the DeFi sector. And that thing's been taking off, as we've seen. And there's other coins in the DeFi sector as well that have all been doing well. I'm going to see it here. See if I can go ahead and go categories here on CoinGecko. What's going on here? Here we go. Sorry about that. We'll go to categories. My laptop is lagging right now. I apologize for that. Hopefully connection takes care of itself. So if we go to categories, here we go. We're going to click on DeFi. Right now, the DeFi sector, so on the DeFi sector right now, it's a $63.5 billion sector of crypto, and its volume is roughly 47 billion. So if I click on it, and that's up 18% on the weekly, so if we go ahead and I think that's the big on driving it. Actually, not really, whatever this BRC20 is, but if you look at, top players here, liquid staking governments, they're up there. But the DeFi sector, let me find the DeFi sector. Here we go.
I'm back.
DeFi. Hey. So I'm just talking about, still what's driving it. DeFi sector has been, I think, a big part of driving it. I mean, WCFG is, a big player in that sector. So I know another one that I have a holding in that I was looking at was Clover Finance, another one in the DeFi sector. A lot of those were popping too. So anyway, that's what I think. I think the main entity driving this upward progression in the market is, coming from institutions.
Yeah.
So, I mean, what are your thoughts on that, Cody?
Hold on one second. Let me get back to you on that. I'm just trying to, because I'm trying to figure out if our video is actually running. No, it's public. We should be fine.
Yeah, it's just live.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. It just for some reason it was saying that it was private. I just don't understand that. Okay, ask me the question again. Sorry.
So what do you think is the driving force or player in this, big increase in the market over the last week?
I think that a lot of it has to do with the Gary Gensler thing that came out. Because that ultimately, people are the market's going to be driven by people that are more dependent and not independent, even though ironically, crypto is all about the independency and decentralized philosophies.
Right.
But we're not going to have mass adoption unless there's like we're not going to have mass adoption unless the government agrees that we should be having mass adoption. That's just what it comes down to. And with all that being said, I wasn't here for what you were just talking about, but I personally think that statements like what Gary Gensler has been saying, where they're actually, saying things that are actually leaning towards ETFs being launched, and the fact that we actually have the Ethereum ETF that's potentially going to be launched now along with the Bitcoin ETF. If we have an Ethereum and Bitcoin ETF launch, it's a game over, mass adoption. But that just comes down to approvals with regulators.
So, but that's going to be, so I think you're right, mass adoption, but it's going to be mass adoption on a institutional
I took it to I took your question to a next level. Like, right? I'm just saying that
so definitely the reason why
that's
going to be the mass adoption, but the mass adoption for like the general public is going to be the next phase. I think it's not easy enough for the general public to navigate cryptocurrency yet. They don't
Right.
have, they want just the one click, like right now, like our iPhones, right? You can just wallet iPay or whatever it is. People just scan on their phone. There you go. I'm done. Easy. They want easy. So I think there's still a lot of growing in the future to get to that point. But the institutions, they don't need it easy. They need it functional and a way that they can control it and it works.
Yeah. Yeah, I totally
Also,
agree. Yeah, and the use cases are obviously like significantly way more developed than what you and I had originally gotten ourselves into when we were back in
my
the day,
gosh,
you know.
right? Who would have thought gaming
But this is
and all
the
this
like
stuff?
check this out though. I'll actually here I'll show you this. This is an interesting article that kind of relative to what I was talking about with Gary Gensler. So it's the SEC chair Gensler. So just so you guys understand, he's basically Gary Gensler is, you might as well say, the face of the SEC. Okay. So he said something to say basically reboot FTX, which I think this makes a lot of sense as to why FTX was such a massive boost yesterday.
Oh, that right there. Yes. Okay. That's the
Yeah.
driving force
Yeah, that's
behind the
definitely the driving
FTT
force behind
token.
it. Right.
100%.
Because this came out on Wednesday, November 8th. So, but anyways, reboot FTX run by, and the whole reason why he wants to reboot this thing,
Because he's secretly part of it.
well, that could
I'm
be.
just I'm
Yeah.
just kidding. And by the
Well, I
way,
don't
this is
know.
not financial advice. We're not financial advisors. Everything and anything we say here is for entertainment purposes only.
Yeah. But like, here's the key takeaways. All right. So Gary Gensler on Wednesday said that the crypto exchange of XTX could be revived under new leadership. So now let's talk about that for a second. Why is he saying this? I think he's saying this for a couple of things. First of all, because there was already a lot of trust invested into FTX with the SEC, with the KYC. So like
Right.
there's enough investment with the government in general. And FTX actually made a massive breaking point. Okay. And this breaking point was, I mean, it was widely publicized and deeply publicized. It was really starting to get deep because what happened was is it was launched on some of the largest commercials in the world, like say the Super Bowl, for instance. You had some of the largest icons in the world that moms and pops love listening to. So when you got people like Tom Brady saying like, I'm getting involved in crypto, all the moms and pops who are not involved in crypto are like, oh, maybe I should get an FTX account. Maybe I should get involved in crypto. And the thing is that when you what Gary Gensler is saying here, okay, I'm trying to get to the point, is that just because Sam Bankman-Fried is going to go to prison for 100 plus years doesn't mean that FTX doesn't work. It just means that we have control of the people that are running FTX. The government has control of the people that are running FTX. So they're punishing Sam Bankman-Fried for this, not FTX. So I actually think when they
I like that
if they
view or that
push it,
angle.
well,
Definitely.
if they push new leadership into FTX, it's going to allow the public to maintain the trust that was initially established back when this became ultra publicized. So that's what I think is happening here. Is I think Gary Gensler is saying this has nothing to do with the government. This has everything to do with just your average day,
Criminal.
imperfect human being or fallible human being is what it is, and we're going to punish him for it. This is no different than the NASDAQ. Like if you had somebody who's trying to manipulate the market or do insider trading with the NASDAQ, that person will be punished. You don't
It's
punish
happened
the
on the stuff.
NASDAQ.
Enron, perfect
Right.
example.
So I think that that's what this is all about. And I think because Gary Gensler, who is literally the face of the SEC, has made it clear, that this has nothing to do with crypto. This has nothing to do with the exchange. This is Gary, by the way.
Yeah.
This has everything to do with, we have control of the people that operate the exchanges. Okay. And we are going to let you guys trade crypto. He says that on a video on his Twitter. He actually says, we want you guys to decide what you think is what securities you want to personally invest in. If you guys want to invest in gold, if you guys want to invest in, he didn't sit.
So what you're saying, his fight wasn't against crypto. It was against
no
against the classification of crypto. right?
Yeah, I
That's
mean
that's
his
that's the battle, right? Is it a security or is it a commodity?
well, it's not so much that his fight's against the classification of crypto. His
Well,
fight
those
is
are all the
against
lawsuits. If you're
he
because
doesn't
they
listen. He is for the law. He is for regulations. He is for having control of securities. He is for having control of finances, whether it be U.S. based finances or not. Like he wants to have control of anything that's anything and everything that has the ability of being on some form of an exchange. He wants the government to have control. He wants the public to know that we have control. It's a power move, is what it is. But the interesting thing that I think caused this market to just explode in a massive way is that he is not saying negative things towards
he's not
crypto.
as
He's not saying negative things toward the market. He's saying negative things towards individuals that want to do illegal things
right. Whereas
behind the
before, it
scenes.
always seemed like he came out hard against just crypto industry, and here he's not. In
Right.
a sense, he's kind of promoting it by rebooting
Right.
FTX, but we're just going to go ahead and prosecute the bad players.
Right. And then in essence, what that does is it causes everybody to say, oh,
But
it's not
here's
a crypto
but
thing. It's
here's the
actually just a
tough
Sam
thing.
Bankman-Fried thing. Yeah.
He's going after Coinbase, which is trying to follow the law to the T, but they only
It's
can
all power
follow
moves for government.
they only can follow what there is, so
Right.
we need regulation, but they're not giving
Right.
us regulation
No, it's a big government flex. That's all it is.
because
It's
the
and now
government's
granted,
not. Yeah.
and granted, I actually have an interesting thought process when it comes to trusting your money. Like, I mean, it's straight up illegal. If you make a deal with somebody, you make a contract with somebody, you say, hey, listen, here's $1 million. I want to invest it in this. And I understand that you are the CEO of this company. So I want to entrust my $1 million to your company for this one specific thing. That's one thing, that I think is, and if, let's say if there's a risk there. Okay. Because if that company goes under, I mean, that's, but if that person starts utilizing that money for other things, and that's what Sam was doing, like that's illegal, So Gary Gensler is now making it clear to the public that this is what happened. It's not because there's so many narratives that people could put out that's negative towards crypto, towards this whole thing. Like they could say, see, crypto doesn't work,
Yeah.
but they're missing the whole point. So he's actually doing a wonderful job. I don't know much about who like Gary Gensler and his personal views on life or not life, but economics and how to run everything in the government and whatnot. But like this one thing, he seems to be right on target. And it's very, very positive for crypto, massively positive for crypto. For those who are going to comply with the rules and regulations of cryptocurrency and exchanges and, paying your taxes and all that, crap like that right there, like they're going to have a sweet, massive increase in this next bull run, I think. So, yeah, look at this right here. So build the trust on investors who you're doing, ensure that you're doing the proper disclosure. It's like he's just, FTX founder Sam Bankman-Fried was found guilty of fraud charges last week, and the company has been in bankruptcy for the past year, which that could very well be changing at this point just because of this, very statement and remark.
Well, I can't believe it's already been a year.
I know, it's wild. Yeah. Well, it's just, it's amazing how quick this, and it's not over yet. I think they still have to go through the next appeal. I don't think we've made it to that. I think it's in February. I don't know. I'm not really sure. I think it's pretty much it's pretty evident that he's just buying more time to not be behind bars right now. Is just what it comes down to.
Yes. Well, no, he's still is he still behind bars during the appeal?
Well, yeah, he's still. I know. I'm just
he's
saying,
been found guilty, right? So
but he'll have some. Yeah, he'll make some appearances. I believe still
make some appearances.
I don't know. We should go interview him. We should just go to the prison and interview him.
So Ethereum, since that over the last year, is up, almost 100%.
Yeah.
Since that, FTX debacle.
Pull that up on the chart.
All right. Let me share. All right.
Dude, my girls are like alive and well this morning. Holy crap.
Are they? They're ready to go.
Dude. I don't know if any of you guys have kids, but I'm telling you right now, I only have women in my family. So it's just,
so I have
holy smokes,
a kitten
so much
right
emotions.
Now. As we're talking, I'm watching my kitten push around a salt shaker she knocked off the counter.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have
Even dude,
salt all over my floor.
dude, even my like literally even my cats are girls. I have two girl cats, two girl daughters, and my wife.
So
A lot of estrogen going on
oh
here.
my gosh. So here we are, right there. You ain't kidding. There we are, 21st of November, roughly where the debacle happened. And Ethereum was, just call it 1089. We'll go to the peak here of where it's peaked so far. That's 96% gain since in the last year. Everybody thought that's it. I mean, a lot of people, there was a lot of negative info out there when FTX went down, and there's lawsuits flying out there. They're going to sue Tom Brady and
Yeah, just a lot of bull
Mr.
crap.
Wonderful and
Yeah.
a whole bunch of people, celebrities. It's like crypto's dead. Especially after this whole thing right here. Especially after Ethereum. This is Ethereum going down 220%.
Yeah.
So they're like, oh, this is crypto's dead, it's going to die, and all of this stuff. I mean, we absorb the crypto market as a whole, absorb the FTX crash debacle pretty well.
Yeah.
You think about it. I mean, here we are here, and it just from there just went up, and then we went sideways. This is the Ethereum chart. I'll just pull up the whole market as the whole market chart, which it's like they all looking the same. All the charts look the same for the
Yeah.
most part, So here's the total market one, right? Same thing, right? Doesn't that pretty much look like Ethereum? The last chart I had up.
Yep.
So
Yep.
here, let's do the
Exactly.
market cap, right? So here's, uh, so we'll call it right about, it didn't get that low, did it? Did we get that low? It says 734 billion. Wow, I didn't realize we got that low. I mean, the overall crypto market over the last year is up 92%.
Huh.
Right? That's crazy. And that was
Yeah.
after from the collapse of FTX to now, the market's up 92%. I say we pretty much absorbed that FTX debacle. And then people are talking about what's that going to do to the market when all these, hundreds of millions of dollars of Solana being released or other coins being released onto the market? How is it going to affect it? I think there's plenty of buyers out there. I don't think it's really affected it much in a negative way at all.
Right.
And then earlier when I said how many Bitcoin wallets there are, I just found this site too. 106 million Bitcoin owners out of 7 billion people. So I feel very fortunate to be one of those owners. Wow. So 400,000 people daily use Bitcoin. There's 200 million Bitcoin wallets, 53 million Bitcoin traders, according to this. There are 106 million who own it. Americans that own Bitcoin, 22%. Americans that have heard of Bitcoin, 89%. There's 11% of America that doesn't know what Bitcoin is?
Yeah. Well, I believe that.
Really?
I absolutely believe that. Yeah. I mean, think
Wow.
about it, dude. Like our market cap is not even 2 trillion right now. Look at the size of the gold's market cap. And you tell me how many of your friends are actually storing ounces of gold in the back of their safes. I'll bet you maybe 1 out of 100 people are doing that. Well, I mean, you and I know a lot more people that
Yeah.
are as investors, but the general public, like I talk to people all the time, and I'm like, any of you have gold and silver? And they're like, no, I don't. How do you get that? And I'm like, how do you get that? And I'm like, then I explain it to them, and the point I'm trying to make here is like, that's a multi-mega trillion-dollar market, okay, and like.
Oh my
So of
gosh.
course, like I'm actually surprised that
What is gold? Gold is like
what
$10
was
trillion market or something like that.
yeah. So it's like, it's, I guess, of course, there's less than 10% of people. I mean, dude, there's so many people. Like, honestly, you and I need to do this video. I want to do this video. I want
All
you and I
right.
to walk around Portland, Maine, and I
And
want us
ask.
to just ask people, hey, do you know what crypto is? And then let people explain to us what it is. And if people
Yeah.
are like, no, I don't. Okay, do you know what Bitcoin is? Oh yeah, yeah. And like I want to do a video about that and see. And let's just do a vet. We'll talk to 50 people. That's a lot of people, but we'll try to just talk to 50 people, and out of those 50 people, how many of those people can give us an actual explanation as to what Bitcoin is and how it works? And then we'll even ask them, do you have any Bitcoin? Because there might be a
Right.
crap ton of people that have Bitcoin, don't even know what it is.
Yeah. Who knows? Yeah. My
I want to
advice.
figure that out. I mean, do our own little vet, our own little.
That would be fun.
I think we should do
Definitely.
it. It'd be a blast.
I think it'd be pretty informative too.
100%, dude.
Yes.
We should do it on a Friday night when everybody's totally like, crap faced.
So starting around like 11:30.
Yeah, just people like, I know what it is, man. I know what it is. I have it.
Yes.
Yeah, I have that. I have the sorry.
Look, I got it right here in my pocket.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude. Well, there's this one video of this guy. He was going around saying, if you had a choice between $1,000 or one Bitcoin, which one would you rather have? And he was talking to a bunch of people, and they were just like, I'd rather have $1,000. Most
I
people are
know.
just like that, and you're like, you just don't get
Yeah.
it, man. You just
So
don't
you
get it.
just and at the current price, you've just given up roughly
Yeah,
$36,000.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, maybe back in 2015,
Right.
or 2016, maybe that would have been a fair question.
Yeah. So this is another thing I like going back to driving. Well, we're talking about the driving force of the market, and I was saying um, the DeFi sector. So I found this, and I'm going to share it, which kind of looked like a cool little thing to go over of tokenized real world assets. I
Yep.
guess, and I found this, it shows this chart right here, the cycle of a technological innovation.
Yeah.
And it goes through, this is for the DeFi, did you, right? So it
Yep.
tells you, 2008 Bitcoin white paper, and it goes through Ethereum launch, Cosmos white paper, Maker, Uniswap, Solana, Polygon, Lido launch, and then a crash.
Wow. Yep.
Right. And
Yep.
now it seems like we're going into this phase here. We're like kind of in between the synergy phase. And look at just this is the last, according to this, and this takes 20 to 30 years. So here's 2008. So 20 years would be 2028.
Yep.
Right. So another 20 to 30 years, so we're looking at that's going to take us all the way into like, what, 2060 probably.
Jeez. Yeah. It's crazy.
But I think this is where I think we're going into the phase of the last huge growth of crypto, the last huge gain.
The synergy phase.
Yeah.
Yeah. It could very well be. I mean, the only way
What do
that
they
would
say?
the only way that that's true is if
number
Bitcoin.
one is creative destruction. So this is
Well,
where crypto started, hey, we're here.
yeah.
And that's where a lot of people this is, a scam.
I think the synergy phase is actually going to be a multi bull run cycle.
Which right here is number 3, synergy, financial capital leads. What's happening right now? All institutional money is getting in, right? And then the number 4 is the bubble creation.
Oh my gosh.
So we're getting in. Well, we got in before, but I mean, I'm making my big push here. I'm diversified, but I'm trying to invest as much as I can in crypto. I think if I get into the right ones, I'm going to have great returns on it, and it's going to definitely improve my quality of life. So we're right here with the financial capital leads, totally 100%. So that, just call it the next 10 years, right? And then we're going to go into the bubble creation, which is, 10 years of euphoria. This is great.
Yeah,
capitalist
seriously.
system's awesome.
10 years of euphoria.
And then something happens and it'll start going down a little bit. And then something will happen where, 60 years from now, something's going to change it again.
Right. And that's the thing. But during this, so at the very beginning of this right now, I feel like, because once you get the government involved, which the government has slowly but surely been doing it,
Oh yes.
um it's going to create an easier process for people to be involved, like, and by easier, I guess what I mean is not having the fear of losing your assets, because that is, let's just talk about that. Like, let's just face the reality here. That is the reason why most people don't have gold and silver. Okay, is because it terrifies. Like, first of all, what do you do with it? Okay, there's two things that I think are the major things that are going to cause this market to explode. Okay, that need to be solved, and I think the government is the only way that it's going to get solved, because people are dependent primarily. Is number one is the trust that that they cannot lose their assets, and if they do lose their assets, there's insurance that's going to take care of that. So it's basically like as good as a bank as far as that goes. And then number two is how easy it is to do it, because right now it's not easy to utilize this stuff. I mean,
So I
people want
agree
it to
with
be as
you.
easy as a credit card.
Yes. So
That's what they want it to be.
that's where mass adoption will happen.
People want
But
people, like, I imagine this. Imagine being able to go to the bank, okay, and you just actually have a crypto fund
you have a
that's
crypto
at the
wallet.
bank.
You have a
Yeah, a
wallet.
crypto wallet. It's nothing that you got. It's
So
simply just something that you have. Like, imagine if you can go to the bank and take gold and put it there and be like,
so the
"Here's my
bank's going to
gold."
turn. They're going to turn into digital wallet managers.
Yeah, they
Really,
have to. That's the only way this is going to work
they're going to be
massively.
just like Coinbase. Most
Right,
people don't move their crypto off exchanges,
right,
right? So at the end of the day, and even now, so at the end of the day, the banks will still have full control of your money. You don't have full control of it,
right.
right? In a bank today, your US dollar sitting in the bank, you go to withdraw it, but something was happening, the bank's going to stop.
Yep.
Go stop withdrawing their money,
Oh yeah,
right?
definitely.
So they already have control of the financial system. So, and there's already insurance for bank accounts. So I think what's going to happen is people are going to have their their accounts with the banks, but it's
Yeah,
going to give the banks the ability to hold other cryptos there too.
right.
Be the
Exactly.
custodian to hold the stuff for you and I or the general
Right.
public. So
Yeah.
it's going to meet that aspect. And since they have their account with the bank, the U.S. government would be, they're going to say, well, every account's insured for a $250,000 value of crypto, or $250,000 of your government, cryptocurrency stable coin,
Yep.
whatever it is. There might be some other insurances if you're holding your other cryptos there. Who knows what's going to happen? But I think it's going to be along something along those lines for that first part. And the second part you were saying, what was that again?
So the second part would be the use case, or well, no, did you just get done talking about? Yeah, basically, there's uh the use case being much easier. Okay, that one is,
Right, right.
you know, is being able to have the ability for it to be simple and easy, and
Everything is
then
just going to be digital. Unfortunately, some people don't like to have a phone or a smartphone or whatever, but I think it's going to drive people to that,
oh,
you know,
totally, yeah. Well,
which before you know it, everybody's going to have a cell phone. So, and everything is going to be linked there where you just open up your wallet thing, here, I just
yeah,
scanned it,
but
paid.
we're also currently talking about this from a U.S. currency way. Like, we're talking, or not U.S. currency. We're talking about it from a currency stance right now.
Yes.
Like, it's obviously going to be, it's so much more than currency.
Oh,
It's
definitely.
like it's on a level of, like, individual micro, like, how would you even call that, individual microfinancing, like, where there's just so many different, like, it's almost like people have the ability to kind of have a value of their own personal business that doesn't have to be on the stock exchange or the public stock exchange.
Right.
And it's interesting. I mean, but dude, it kind of sucks, man, because, like, I wish that this could remain decentralized, but there really is no other way for it to actually grow in a massive way unless it is regulated. Like, that is the trade. That is the
Right.
trade.
But they can't control it. They can regulate.
They
They
can't
kind of
control it any more than I can control
right,
selling something on Facebook
because you
Marketplace.
and
Like,
I can
like,
still circumvent the banks and go
yeah,
between each other because we have private wallets too.
right. Yeah, I
right?
know, but it's
And
it's
that's a,
like, but they just want to tax us on it because like people are
that's
putting billions of dollars into this thing. So I mean,
that's fine. I'll
trillions.
pay my taxes. That's all right.
Yeah. The
You
other thing
know,
that I find really interesting about this though is that this is a really interesting way. This is kind of almost like a financial war against other countries. You know,
well,
it
some
really is
countries, yes. Oh, yes, yeah, definitely.
because there are people that are pumping up the price in China, and
So I wonder
like
if
it's
at
a
the end
big.
of the day, every country that has currency goes to a digital stable coin.
That would be the question, is it? But yeah,
So I could see that happen. So it
but
kind of
you
still
know that
stays the same
yeah,
in the essence that the US dollar is more valuable than, the dollar in, Morocco per
right,
se. You know what I mean? So there's still going to be it's going to, I think everybody's going to have their own stable coin probably.
yeah,
And everything's going to kind of work the same for the general public. They might need to have a smart device or whatever. Most people do online banking now anyway. So, who knows? It might be a smoother transition than we think, depending how and what platforms come out to serve the general public.
yeah, yeah. I don't know. I mean, like it's interesting. You know, I like I even wonder too, like not to get into all these conspiracies and whatnot, but I do wonder if the government actually knows who created Bitcoin initially. Because, and I only say that just because you got people like Dan Pena. Not that I'm like super into Dan Pena, but like he thinks that it's Putin that created it, and the
I
whole
would say
idea
no.
behind creating it was, yeah, I don't think so either. But I'm just saying like the whole idea behind it was is so that you get the world to invest trillions of dollars into BTC, and then all of a sudden they just because there's some large wallets out there, man, of Bitcoin, like the ones that are
Oh yeah.
like I'm pretty sure that there's like what's the I you know actually I'm curious what's the largest Bitcoin wallets in the world?
Um,
Largest Bitcoin wallets. Here, let's see. Top.
yeah.
Check this out, dude. This is fun to look at.
So yeah. Um,
Bitcoin distribution.
yeah, I don't think it was Putin. I think, yeah.
No, I don't think it is either. Wallet.
But
This is a Binance cold wallet. 248,000 BTC. Oh, that's
wow.
crazy. But it's kind of good. See, this is another thing that I like about
Yeah,
Bitcoin is that
so
you can actually
there a
publicly
lot of them
see.
are exchanges, but here's this like 94,000 BTC. Those look like they're private.
Yeah, these private wallets.
Yeah.
This is Bitfinex cold wallet. Those are massive, massive wallets, dude.
They're holding like
They're holding
Binance is
$9
holding
billion,
9
$7
billion.
billion. That's a lot of freaking money.
I'm holding like
70, 70 BTC.
$70. I wish, so that's like 0.00007.
Yeah, dude, you and I both are just like
Whatever.
too heavily into altcoins. We don't.
Well, no, you know, my portfolio, I got like, Bitcoin is, I think I'm like 18% of my portfolio is Bitcoin.
Wait, what's
So,
this? These are some unbelievable wallets. Oh my word!
right.
Look at this. Here's your rounded number, guys. You just know that they wanted to be the rounded number, guys. Like all these
10,000.
private wallets. I
I
just want
want to,
10,000 BTC. That's all I want.
right.
10,000, 10,000, 10,000.
Wow.
So funny. But look at this. This is interesting. You got 10,000 BTC, but these wallets are different. This right here is a case in point on arbitraging because it's different exchanges. So it translates differently, I think, is the way that you look.
Oh, possibly. Yeah.
I
So,
think that's what that is.
I mean, could those wallets be on exchanges or private? Who
Well,
knows?
they could be. They private
Go
or
go
on.
up where it showed. I thought I saw something where it's like percentage of wallets right there,
Yeah.
balance. Okay, well, I'm in the middle of the road,
Look at you. Look at you.
right?
Yeah.
There's
No,
only
so dude, get this.
there's
I
only
actually,
like 3.5 million addresses in my range.
yeah.
Yeah, so that's
So
the wow.
so dude, I got to tell you this. So this is interesting. Arbitrage trading. I want to let everybody know this right now because there is one thing that I think is going to happen. I do. This is so important. You're going to see more scams than ever come out this next year. I think that this is going to be a massive, massive growth of
Oh,
scams.
definitely. And if people are sending you emails, you need to always click on who it's from, especially if you get like a customer
Yeah.
service email from Coinbase
Oh my gosh.
or
Yes.
whoever,
Yep.
and then you click to see the email that actually sent the email and not the name that they put in there.
Yep.
Because then you'll find a lot of Harry Bob at freaking gmail.com. You're like,
Right.
all right, Harry Bob, that's not Coinbase,
Like
don't.
actually do your yeah. Just like. But the thing is this is like. So let me share this story with you. I've got a buddy of mine, awesome dude, smart guy, and thankfully he's not like getting deeply into this crap, but he was on a dating website and this chick reaches out to him and they start hitting it off and whatnot. And they're even talking on the phone, FaceTiming each other. So it's like a legit person. Okay.
Yeah.
But then she starts talking about this, you know, like bot arbitrary trading for Ethereum. And and he's like, "Oh, that's interesting." And she's like, "Yeah, it's actually connected directly to crypto.com." And he's like, "Oh, that's interesting." So he opens up his crypto.com wallet and then she helps him create. He's just going through the process. He wants to see what happens, like
Yeah.
he's just curious. And not to mention he's been building kind of a relationship with this chick,
Right.
so it's not just like some random person. So she helps or yeah, she helps him create
Connect.
connect to the DeFi with some kind of wallet that's like if you actually go onto the extended trading crypto.com app, there's a way for you to go off onto these other decentralized applications that allows you to actually go into other separate wallets. It's almost like if you have Google and then there's like different kinds of websites on Google. If you look at crypto.com as Google and then there's multiple other websites on the search engine of Google that you can go on, that's the way that she made it look like it was connected directly to crypto.com, but it wasn't. At least that's my opinion, is that it wasn't. So, I mean, he,
Really?
he put a little bit of, she's like,
Did he have much money in crypto.com?
I have no idea. But what I do know is this, is that, he puts a little bit of money in this thing to see what happens.
Yeah.
And so then she takes the money, or she doesn't take the money, but she shows him how to take that money and put it into this thing that's allegedly going to be trading for him Ethereum, like bot trading with
Right.
Ethereum. It's arbitrary bot trading with Ethereum
Yeah.
from exchange to exchange to exchange. I mean, that's how that works. And so he does it. And then all of a sudden allegedly he's making like 50 to $100 a day on bot trading. All right. Which is already a huge caution, like a huge red flag for me. Cause I'm like, if you put like, say even $1,000 down on something like that, you're not going to be making $100 a day on bot trading. That's bull crap. No way. Like,
you might
and
be
so
making $10 a day. You might make 1 or 2% a day.
sure, exactly. But you're not making a whopping like 10% every day. That's crazy. And so he's just watching this wallet this wallet fill up with money.
This
for
fake
like,
wallet.
yeah, this fake wallet fill up with money. He's like, wow, this is amazing. This is so good.
I
Like,
want to take some of this out.
and so I'm just like, then he says, and then she says, then all of a sudden he gets an email from this company. And this company says, congratulations, you are the one who won, like, I think it was like 50 Ethereum. And this is from crypto.com. You're the special. Thank you for testing out our bots. And you just won 50 Ethereum or something stupid like that. So he ends up now, it wasn't 50. It was something, it basically equivalated to, it was the equivalent of like $50,000 basically. So it wasn't
Wow.
50. It was like less than 50, but it was just funny because he's just sitting there and now and they're like, but in order for you to get it, because he's trying to pull it off and he's trying to like take it out and bring it. And they're like, sorry, your account's frozen. You have to pay the transfer fee of $5,000 to take your 50,000 out. And he's just, and so he gives me a call and he's like, what do you think about this? I'm like, scam. That is totally a scam. I'm like, that's stupid. And he knew it was a scam from the beginning. it was just kind of a fun conversation because it's
Oh
like
yeah, because
he
he
wanted
was
to
like, all
see
right, let's see where
how
this.
deep the rabbit hole goes. Like
So much for
where does
that
this go?
girl.
Yeah, exactly. Well, the thing is she's still talking to him. She's like, "Oh yeah, that happened to me." She's like, "That happened to me." And I'm like, dude, she is ballsy because if she's in on this thing, that is like complete and utter fraud. Like that's like a
Right.
felony, what she's doing with him.
Oh yeah.
And so,
But if she's not, is she?
and
I
she's
mean,
identifying herself. Like
is she?
he could probably get
Is
her.
she like clueless,
Well, that's what
or
she's playing
she,
it out like she
or
knows what she's talking about, but she's also playing it out like she's a like not a
a
victim,
victim?
but she's like, well, she's not a victim because she says it works for her. You know, she's like, you got to pay the fee. And then you know what she tells him or
What?
tells him? She's like, why aren't you putting 30,000 into this? You know, like why aren't you investing 30,000? You're doing so well right now, you know? And he's just like, I haven't done anything because I haven't pulled it out yet. Until I pull it out, I'll know that I'm doing well. And just like, yeah, no shit. Like, so,
Wow.
dude, isn't this wild? So my whole point is, this has happened over the course of the past couple of weeks, and you know, I
So they're
think it's
kind of like
important for people
dating.
to realize, no, he's done. No, he's not dating her. No, but the point is like he wanted to see how far the rabbit hole went with
Oh
this whole
yeah.
thing, and it was incredibly convincing. You know, because he's having a he's going on digital dates
Dates.
with this girl,
Yeah. Like this
and
girl.
it's like feels really like legit, and she's saying allegedly I've made dozens of thousands of dollars with these trading bots, and they've rewarded me, and it's crypto.com, and it just sounds so great. Everything sounds so great. Listen, there's no such thing as that. That is
No.
bullshit. There's no way, no, that's not real. And anybody who starts to fall into those kinds of holes and rabbit trails, that's how you start going backwards on the trust of cryptocurrency.
If
You
you
know,
ever have to, if they're ever asking you to put funds in a wallet so they can pay you or
yeah,
whatever, if they ask for any type of monetary payment so you can get your money, it's a scam.
yeah, yeah, exactly. Yep, yep,
100% every
yeah,
time.
because all those trading fees, all those transfer fees, all that stuff comes out of the initial withdrawal. Okay, like you'll notice if you want to pull out 10 or 100 of whatever, you might get 9.0523 or something weird, whatever it is,
Yeah.
because they're pulling that out of that transaction. That's when you know it's legit. And no one, by the way, no one is allowed to freeze your money. Okay. No one is allowed to freeze your money unless you agree to the terms and regulations of that, or the terms and agreements of that. Like if you want to stake your money, then you have to actually agree to those terms that you're going to stake your money for a return. And he didn't do that, and they were freezing his money. Like this wasn't just the money that he allegedly got in the trading and all
But
that.
what
They
he
were
put
freezing
in.
his actual money.
Wow.
So, and the thing is, and so will he get that money back? Who knows?
Probably not.
Probably not. I mean,
No.
he's not like, butthurt about it all. But but the thing is that this is a perfect example. I'm kind of glad that he took one for the team as far as like explaining like,
Definitely.
it
I
doesn't
gotta
matter.
step away real quick, Cody. I'll be
Yeah, no
right
worries,
back.
man. Yeah. So, I just think that it's super important that people realize and understand that it's not safe to just, the crypto industry, it needs to develop trust. And the best way to develop that trust is, not falling for all these scams, which are they're pretty evident. They're like, I mean, people fall for these scams all the time, even with just our normal currency. It's like not everybody in this world is Mr. Beast. Not everybody actually gives away money for free. And I can't just assume that the world is always like that. But so anyways, but yeah, this crypto market is just freaking unbelievable. I'm super stoked about it. I actually think that we are going to see some more uptrends on this. Here, let's see. Just taking a look at this, like right now, if we were to take a look at the fear and greed index right now, we're over 75 on that. We're at 78 right now for the fear and greed index. So people are bullish. People are excited right now. Top movers right now, FTX coin. We've talked a little bit about that earlier. Just from the remarks that Gary Gensler made, the face of FTX made. Brian and I just recently invested in this one, TIA, and we actually did it right before it bumped up to 354 or 355. We bought in at like 249.
What a
Personally,
great buy.
oh yeah, dude. I'm still pumped about CRO. I think CRO is absolutely dope. I love this.
That's how much has that gone up in the last 30
Oh
days?
my goodness. And just in the past day, it's up 25%, you know? So it's, you know, I like I trust CRO. I love CRO. I know Brian's on the fence about it, but I love it personally. I'm still holding. But yeah, we're up to 10 cents. I think that CRO has the ability to go up to, let's see, our max supply 30 billion. I think that CRO has the ability to go up to 80 cents.
Really?
Yeah.
What's its all-time high?
Its all-time high was, well, 96 cents.
Oh,
It's almost a
yeah, I was gonna
dollar.
say, I think it's gonna, who knows? They recover. I
I
mean,
think it's going to do
they're
it's
still
going
in
to do that.
business, so it
Well,
probably
and
will.
here's the thing. The
I
reason
just
why
I
it's
guess
native coins, native coins to exchanges,
are,
especially when those
are
exchanges are
important.
following the rules and regulations, are going to do well.
Yeah, because
BNB,
you use it to do your trades, and it's a lot cheaper. A lot.
dude, it's like it's one of the most obvious like use cases that makes sense for cryptocurrency. You know,
Yes.
it's literally one of the most obvious. And the thing is that, you know, CRO has been developing their platform. Coinbase has been developing their platform. So all these, even Binance has been developing their platform, and they all have wonderful use cases. And anybody that uses these exchanges, when they use these coins, they get extra bonuses. Like by using the native tokens, you have extra bonuses. And the other thing too about CRO that I love is that when you stake it so that you can get these crypto cards, these Visa, basically
Debit
crypto
cards.
debit cards is what they are. You have to lock it up for like 4 to 6 months or however long it is. So that's just like locking up money that continues to hold the
What's the
price.
return on that, on the locking right now?
Uh, that's a good question. I don't know.
All right, not a big deal.
I've been doing it myself and I don't even know.
Because it
But
doesn't matter right?
yeah, right.
2%, 3%, 1%.
Hey,
Doesn't
whatever.
matter.
Well,
You're using cryptocurrency to pay for your
the
everyday
return
goods.
the return is based off of the card that you have, and the
That's
percentages have gone
that's
down
right.
because the market went down. So I mean,
Yeah.
like your best option is if you were to buy the one that, I mean, no one, there's very little people that have the one that you have to put down like literally $500,000, but I think it's like a 5 or 6% return, something like that. Or no, that's cashback percentage for what you spend it on. Anyways, I'll have to look at it. Look at that. We just went up to 11 cents.
Oh my
Are
goodness. Coffee down the wrong pipe.
you
Whew.
okay?
I'll make it.
Dude, we just crossed the 11 cent. Oh, back down.
No.
We were at the 11 cents mark.
Wow.
Anyways, yeah. So, you know, I crap. What time is it, by the way? I actually got to get going here pretty soon.
8:24.
Oh, dude, I got like 4 minutes. I gotta go here pretty soon.
All right. So anyway, whoa, look at the fear and greed index you just
Well,
pulled
we
up.
were just talking about it when you left.
Wow.
Yep. Above 75. I mean, that's massive, dude. And that, you know, this is like, yeah, that's in and of itself indication of very, very happy
I mean,
people. Like,
I'm talking to friends that I know hold cryptocurrencies.
yeah,
And once the bear market happened, they're like, I'm done. I'm forgetting about it. I'm not doing anything. And I
the
was
funny
like,
thing,
I'm
yeah,
buying all the way down. I'm buying
exactly.
I'm every week I'm buying crypto.
Yeah, my friends were the same
Even
way.
now,
Actually,
right now I am. And I'm
yeah,
trying to tell them crypto's moving.
actually,
This
one of
is
my
the
friends,
time to
Brian,
get in.
they said the same thing. They're like, I'm done. They pulled everything out, you know, probably not all the way at the bottom of the bear market, but they pulled it all out
Well,
relatively
they didn't pull
close.
it out. They just said, I'm just sitting on it, you
Yeah,
know.
exactly. And no, my some of my friends pulled out, but the funny thing is that they just bought in recently, like, hey, I'm putting in 10K, or hey, I'm putting in 20, or hey, I'm putting in whatever. And I just
And
think it's hilarious to me.
yeah, and I
Um,
just
anyways, hey dude, I gotta take this call really quick. Can you just chat for a
yeah,
bit? I'm gonna
yeah.
and then I'm probably gonna get out of here for hold
Well,
on.
I think this is good. All right, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Do
go
your
ahead.
thing.
Just I gotta take the
Yeah.
call. Hold on.
Yeah. So yeah, so the market's just it's I can't believe that everybody, not everybody, but a lot of people, they they were up here, or a lot of people probably bought in during this last push of the market, right? From like, just say the last 500 billion, most of the people got in, and there are a lot of people that probably got in right at the top. So, excuse me. So when this happened, it goes down and people are just holding. Now they're down. Some people might have got out here, but I bet you most of the people just held. When this went up like that, they're like, oh, maybe it's rebounding. And then it just went down here. And you know, what happened was the market just wore them out over time. And they're like, all right, this is never coming back. And they just wore them out. For me, I mean, going up here, I was taking profits, even down through here. I'd have some profits I would take. But when down through this area, I did sell some coins, but it was coins that I no longer believed in. It were coins that, just fell apart. Whatever the reason, I sold some of those, which, I did take some capital losses, which is fine. Sometimes you need to help offset your gains. But I continued buying this whole time. And I'm going to continue probably buying up to a certain period of time. But what I'm going to do this peak of the bull market is I am going to move most of my stuff into stable coins or whatever. Whereas last time I really didn't. I knew that the coins I had during this time frame for the most part were coins that I was holding long term, 2025 to 2030. I was holding them for a long-term hold anyway. So I knew, the ones I believed in that I felt were going to rebound. And most of those have, some that didn't. I took my losses and got into new coins that are changing the industry. Maple Finances, the Celestio that we just got into. There's a lot of new coins, IMX. There's so many different coins out there that are just doing huge things. So, and you're getting huge gains now. I mean, already, and we're not even into the bull run after the halving. That's still 6 months away. So that's crazy that we're already where we're at. And it's definitely going back to that. I think I closed it, but that chart I showed, I sorry, I forgot about the chart. But anyway, it's going back. Oh, with the symmetry, where the financial institutions are getting involved. That's happening here. And that's going to be this whole bull market. Who knows? It's just, like I said the other day, butterflies in the stomach on where this market can go. There's going to be a lot of people that have been in crypto and are still getting in crypto, or a lot of people that got into crypto down here, like this channel right here. People got in, in this channel. That's huge where they're at. This is going to skyrocket. People are going to have life-changing money made in this bull run. It's just what they say. There's been like 50,000 millionaires made by crypto. Who knows how many are going to be made this bull run, because there's more people involved. And I was involved the last bull run, but I'm more educated now. This bull run, I understand the markets more. But you still got to have a plan your trade and trade your plan. So that's what I'm doing this time around. I do have a plan. If you never take profits, you're never going to make money. So I always try to take profits. Even in 2023, I've taken profits. The only year, 2022, I did take a capital loss, but I had some other things with my finances, so that I kind of purposely did. So it helped me out on the tax side. So a lot of people can do that. But anyway, lots of money is going to be made in this next bull run. And then, this is one of my favorite sectors is WCFG and tokenizing real world assets. Oh yeah, that's this. Here's the chart. What I was saying right here, the financial capital is leading the charge this bull run. So huge things going to happen. And then here we are. The market cap, we're at 1.46 trillion. We're almost at $1.5 trillion for a market cap. Huge. And then what else do we have going on in the news? Is I didn't really have anything pulled up for the news, but we can top crypto news, see what comes up. Anything, no big headlines. Latest crypto news. So right now, I think people are just enjoying this ride. A lot of people are getting excited. All coins are rising. If you look at the top 100 coins, here we go with Bitcoin market cap's up to 725 billion. Still up almost 7% in 7 days. Ethereum's up 12%. Solana. So Solana is one where I was afraid of Solana because early on they were hacked a few times. The whole they got crushed with the whole FTX collapse, and they were down to like $8 to $10, and they're up to $58. I was like, I don't want to get involved with Solana. I just don't trust them, but trust the platform because they've been hacked. But they're doing. I keep hearing great news and great stuff about Solana, and I'm just gonna go to a.
Yeah, I know, dude.
And there's so much
Solana's
growth
been really pumping.
Oh my, yeah, it has. Whoops. How did that happen? I was messing around with the charts. Let me get off this thing.
Yeah.
But I lost the chart. Here we go. I mean, check out Solana. In the last month. Oh, I get the little window in my way.
Yeah.
But Solana right here in the last month, it's gone up 175%. That's in the last 2 months. A couple times I thought, especially when I saw it, like, wasn't it down below like $8? It was like around $8 a while back, right? Yeah, like down here. Remember down here? Yeah. So that was about a year ago. I got that low, and I thought, oh, I should buy some. And I was like, nah. And then it went up to 24, but then it went back down to like 15 in just past summer. And I never did. And look at this thing. This thing could be $1,000 coin someday. Who knows?
Yeah, it really could. What is the supply on that? Max supply on that?
The max supply.
Actually, I can look that up.
Yeah, I got it right here since I got my screen up already. It's number 6.
It doesn't have a max supply, but its total supply is 562 million. Yeah, that could be $1,000 coin.
All right. So what does that say?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Dude,
so it's to infinity, right? So
yeah,
that's because it's like it's a platform like Ethereum, right?
Yep.
Except it does transactions so much faster than Ethereum, and it's so much cheaper. But I did hear something that Solana might have changed their focus into more specializing dealing with the gaming industry.
Yeah.
Because there's so many pay to play, in gaming, monetary exchanges and whatnot. So that would be probably a great thing with Solana with its lightning fast transactions.
Yeah.
And very low fees. But, now I see it. I'm like, I've missed the boat.
No, I doubt it. I don't think you've missed the boat.
I know, right?
I mean, dude, if it's like, let's just be honest. Like, if it's $1,000, if Solana ever goes to $1,000, which I think is definitely doable in the future, then you're
Right.
doing a 20x. That's a 20x right there.
Yeah, 17, but
Whatever.
huge. So anyway, that's all I got for today.
Yeah, man. I hate to say it. I gotta bust out of here. I got way too much crap to do. We're moving. We're gonna be moving out of this place into
Oh,
another
you're
house.
packing.
Yeah, we're gonna start packing. I gotta, which is sweet. I'm actually gonna set up an actual studio in the house that we just bought. So it's
Oh,
gonna be
that's
nice to
excellent.
actually,
Awesome.
because
All
this right
right.
now is,
So let's you and I offline figure out when we're gonna go walk around Portland
yeah, let's do it. I'm all
and do a
about that.
live. And
Yeah, and if you guys and the people that are watching right now, if you could like, subscribe, comment, hit the bell notification, let us know in these comments what are things that you guys want us to talk about. You want us to talk about certain coins. I want to get to the point where we can actually just start doing a bunch of coin reviews for people as they bring it in. Hey, look at this one. Hey,
yeah,
look at that one. Hey, what are your thoughts on this one? Like, let's start doing it. I think it'd be sweet.
yeah. So that
So,
would be great. All
but
right.
let us know in these comments what are
Promise,
things that man. You guys want us to talk about. Oh, I can hear things. All right, so
yeah.
all right, dude. Well,
All
hey,
right.
you have an awesome weekend. We'll be putting out some new videos here pretty soon. And
You too. Everybody have a great weekend.
have a great weekend.